What's up, guys? You're watching Poot's Garage. This week we're gonna do things a little different. Kind of gotta do a variety show type thing because I didn't work on anything this week and I don't have one big project to make a video out of, so we're just gonna jump all over the place. First, let's get to the map. This week we got 9 pins to add to the map. That's pretty good. That's the biggest week we've had so far, so everybody keep it up. And if you're new here, let me know where you're watching from. I'll add a pin to the map for your location. First up, we got Rossford, Ohio. Never heard of that, so there's your pin. Next up, we got Oregon City, Oregon. Get your little spot right there. Next, we come all the way over to Wildwood, Florida. Then we come all the way up north to Buffalo, New York. Then we head out to Springfield, Missouri. I swear there's a Springfield in every state. Next, we got a hard one to find. This was Enon Valley, Pennsylvania. Hopefully I said that right. And I kind of had to take a guess because there's not much on the map to go off of. So it looks like you're right about there. Next, we head over to the best coast, and it is Bakersfield, California. Heading up to the upper left corner, we got Kirkland, Washington. And last but not least, we got Jellicoe, Tennessee. Let me make sure I put that on the Tennessee side. You're right on the border of Kentucky, it looks like. Yeah, I always hear Tennessee is really nice. I need to go there someday. Alright, this is what we're looking like. So, please comment where you're listening from or watching from. I'd like to know. And I'll add your pin to the map so you can represent your city, your state, your country, whatever. East Coast is winning right now. This next little video section, I got kind of ambitious one morning. I couldn't sleep, which is kind of odd because I work night shift and normally I sleep through the morning and well into the afternoon. Well, I woke up super early and I don't know, I just couldn't sleep, so I headed out. I took the Ram out into the desert and tried to do a little wheeling and just a little exploring just to kind of feel things out, to see how that, you know, big old truck does out there and what to even expect in the off-road out in this area. It's first time going out, so I encountered a ton of sand. It's just loose sand. It's like riding in the sand dunes out there half the time, you know, and I'm used to that. I used to play in Pismo Beach at California. You know, we used to go out there and ride the Jeeps out there and stuff like that. So I know a lot about driving in sand and whatnot, but doing it in a giant truck that weighs, I don't know, 7,000 to 8,000 pounds, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking. Especially out there by yourself, you know, you don't want to get into a spot that you can't get out of. So there's a lot of areas that I came to, and you know, I'd come across a big drop off, and I was like, if I go down that, I don't know if I can make it back up. And there's a lot of trails out in that area. It's just kind of wide open. A lot of people play out there. So some areas I was able to find spots around. You know, I could see a detour around it, and I'm using Onyx maps on my phone, which is super handy for finding all these trails and dirt roads and stuff like that when you're in types of areas like this. So it was super cool. I had a lot of fun. I hope to do a lot more of that stuff. I need to start like kind of picking a destination, like a ghost town or some sort of a landmark, and just try and get there. It would be way cooler if I had people to go with, at least one more vehicle, so that if we do end up in a spot that we can't get out of, at least we got somebody to, you know, get a quick tug or something to get out of the spot. So, yeah, so enjoy this little spot. So let me know if you want to see more videos like that, you know, riding around in the desert, just exploring and whatnot, try and get some action shots. It's pretty cool. Now let's talk about everything else that's going on, the shop, the projects, everything. So you can see the Corvette is just looking prime right now. Jesus, look at that thing. Woo! And the wheel gaps got tightened up. I think after the lowering kit that I did last weekend, it kind of settled in a little better. The front, I think, actually came down just a hair more. That thing is looking ripe. I have ordered a few more things for this old girl. She's not that old. She's like 18. But we got a shifter on the way. Tighten that thing up. And then we got cold air intake, basically. We're doing a Veraram on it. So we're going high end. I mean, as far as the Corvette community goes, it's kind of like the better of the stuff you can buy. So we're doing a Veraram intake, and we're doing a MGW, I believe, shifter, flat stick. This thing is gonna be sweet. I can't wait to get that, because that's gonna refine this thing. The shifters on these C5s are horrible. They're so clunky, janky, and they have such a long throw. So we're gonna clean that up. It's gonna increase the driving experience of this thing tremendously. And then after that, the final thing I need to do, okay, I keep saying this, besides radio, is gonna be exhaust. And I got the exhaust sitting in the shopping cart at Summit Racing, but I gotta wait a little bit because a lot of money's coming out of the account right now, so I gotta slow down a little. So I got that waiting, and we're going Borla with the X-Pipe, so that should sweeten the sound up a little bit. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this. All right, next let's talk about the old Chevy here, the 82 K30. We're building this into a pretty aggressive trail rig. I'm waiting on parts. There's nothing else I can do right now, is I'm waiting on parts. Just wait. I would love to have sponsors on this thing. So if there's anybody out there that happens to be sponsored or want to sponsor me, please let me know. So, the route we're going, which I know I've talked about this, what we ordered, this is the first thing I've had arrive, and I'm out of breath holding this thing. This is my new steering gear. When you see billet caps on your steering box from PSC, you know you're going serious. So that's the route we're going with this thing. This thing's gonna be a serious contender off-road. But we are in a waiting game, as usual. We're just waiting on parts, waiting for more things to get shipped out. I don't want to tear the truck apart yet until I have stuff, and then I might get some help coming soon to maybe help me put things together. That would be cool. And yeah. And I just wanted to point out, and I'm sure nobody really noticed yet, but this hat I'm wearing. So this hat I found in my closet recently, and it kind of brought back a lot of memories, so I thought I'd throw it on for this video. It actually makes a good shop hat. It's actually really comfortable. It stays on my head and it fits good right now. That's an old DC hat I used to wear 13, 14 years ago probably. And the reason there is a corner missing out of it is because when I had my old dog, Axel, which I lost last year, it's been a little over a year now. And in case there's any longtime subscribers here and didn't realize that Axel's missing, well, he passed away last year. And anyways, when I got Axel as a very puppy, like, you know, the first several months, probably, if weeks, if not days, when I got him, he chewed this hat up. So this is, you know, kind of always been a little reminder that I always kept around. It was just that little chew mark on the hat. I always thought it was cool. And I wore the heck out of this hat. You can see how dirty it is. I should probably try and clean it one last time before I wear it again or hang it up. So just thought I'd throw that out there. And in case you didn't notice, there's new lights in the shop. So check this out. Y'all ready to get some better lighting in here? I sure am. So what we got today, we got Sunco lighting. I bought these off of Amazon, just like everything else I do, it seems like. I couldn't get a good, I don't know, I couldn't figure out what was what on the Lowe's website, so they lost out on this sale, so I went to Amazon. That box came a little tore up, but they're individually packaged, so it should be okay. These are 6K, which can be kind of on the blue side, so hopefully they don't turn out too bluish in here and more, you know, just bright white. I've got these, in the camera these look pretty white, but these are pretty yellowish. These are just fluorescent lights. That's all I got in here is I got 2 fluorescent lights, and then I usually turn on my garage door bulbs just to give me a little bit more light. And then I also always run these big LED shop lights here. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So what we're gonna do, as I explained in the previous video, is we got 4 per pack and we got 2 packs, we got 8 lights. So we're gonna put 4 on each hardwired section here, and they're gonna be in a big L shape, so that should cover kind of all sides of vehicles, except maybe the far corner side. Consists of. These are 2 rows of LEDs. Pretty nice. Real solid quality. Yeah, I don't know what I'm really looking at right now. I'm looking at this box. This plate fell out of here. It was loose in here, so I kind of got to figure out what's going on in here. See if something got knocked loose in shipping. Doesn't look like it. Look like it's supposed to be screwed down. So they just ship it loose, probably so you can wire it up and whatnot. And then it comes with, the reason I really like these is because you can chain them together. So the first one is going to get hardwired directly to where that one is hardwired. And then after that, each individual one will be able to be, you can see there's some wires going in the air into the ends. Each one after that will just have to have a little cable here to connect it to the next one, so you can, like, I don't know what they call it, daisy chain them together or whatever. So I really like that about them, so I can kind of position them wherever I need, starting with the first one that's hardwired, and then I can run them in line. And I believe I've seen where you can actually buy longer cables too. So if you don't want them butted right up next to each other, if I wanted to add, you know, a 3-foot gap and then add another one, I can do that. So it's kind of cool. I like the idea of these. We'll see how they work out for this. Here we are. First light is up. They're pretty bright. It is definitely whiter. It does have that probably slight 6K blue tinge, though the more I'm looking at it, the less I'm noticing it. So I think once everything in here is all the same, you see the old one over here still. It's very yellow and dim, and it's a nice warm color, but it's not great for being out here working on stuff, you know? You can see how the wall, I mean, what I'm seeing in the camera is way different. The wall right now is like this real almost yellow off-white color, where you're seeing it looks more bright white, like solid white. And then we go over here. Yeah, and in the camera it looks a lot bluer than it actually is, but it does have a slight blue tint. But you can see it does look a lot brighter in the whole corner. So yeah, we're gonna be all right with these. We're just gonna obviously go with them. And yeah, so we're gonna get 4 on each side, which might be too much. I might end up just with a couple on each side and run some longer cables, but we got 8 to play with, so let's get the rest of them up. Ceiling lights, check it out. They are all good. Hopefully I won't have to put lights out every time I talk to the camera now. So this is a little better. As you can see, these lights light up the tool bench, workbench, whatever, toolbox. It also lights up this side of the truck now. This corner used to be so dark. Obviously I got lights straight overhead. And then having lights down the middle lights up this side of the truck, this side of the car, and we got overheads. Sorry if I'm making you sick moving the camera around so much, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. And I do have room to add more lights if I want to add a couple more on the ends there or do something else. But yeah, we are good to go. And we'll go over everything. So as far as this house goes, since I moved in, I haven't really needed to do anything, but I do need to do a lot. So I need to finish buying furniture and stuff like that. You know, I kind of just made it livable and like comfortable. I bought some stuff, bought the bare minimum, but I really need to buy a lot more stuff. And then you know, the biggest thing I need to do is concrete. I want to put concrete on the entire side yard, and you know, concrete's really expensive. So I'm just kind of holding off on that while I get those car projects kind of like, I don't know, get some of the expensive stuff on the car project set away, and then I can kind of focus on the house a little bit more. But for now, this is what we got.